What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Top Gun, dude.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you get
Hell
it?
yeah. Target.
You're a loser. I never knew you were a loser. You bought your Top Gun shirt at Target? Man.
Well, there's nothing else. It's like you got Target or Walmart. Where are you gonna go? I don't know. I can.
There's
nowhere
a lot
else.
of other places.
Where? Name a place that's not them.
You're right. You're right. You're just right.
There's nowhere else I can go to get a shirt and deodorant and a 6-pack of beer and some beef jerky and a backpack.
Well, so now we found the problem is you want to get your shirts where you get your jerky, which
Yes.
gives you limited options. That's fair. Also, it's a cool shirt, and I'm not front. I go to Target, but buying a Top Gun shirt at Target is pretty funny, dude.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to groom our kids into soldiers in the,
Yeah.
in the Navy. They want to make your kids Maverick.
The funny thing about that, the Top Gun movies is, it's two things. It's both getting you to join the Navy and getting you to love Hollywood. Two at once. It's a good job, dude. It's like how they've tried it with other industries. Like, you remember how Michael Keaton was the star of a movie about McDonald's? And I think that movie successfully made you love movies, but it didn't make anyone want to work at McDonald's.
No, he's a horrible man.
Yeah, totally.
Terrible, terrible person. My favorite part of that movie is when he finally gets rich and he's sitting there. It's like the first day of being rich. And he just turns his head, like he's sitting there eating cereal with his wife. It's like the old times, so he's wearing a full suit and eating cereal.
Totally.
And he just turns his head to her and goes, "I want a divorce."
Oh,
And it's Michael Keaton, so he's just like so matter of fact, "I want a divorce."
Jeez.
Oh
Wow.
boy.
Money is amazing, and I really
That's so
like
funny.
it. I think it's really good.
It is good.
Yeah.
My favorite Corey Holcomb joke is I think he opened a Def Jam set with it, or it's a comic view set, one of those shows. And he goes out there and he goes, "Fellas, make some noise if you're here with a woman you're gonna break up with when you get on your feet."
Oh no. Oh, that's so funny.
What a good
dude.
opener. And it's like half of the people are laughing and half of the people are like shrieking with with horror.
Yeah. Man, one guy
That's
stands
funny.
up and claps. Dude, before we move any further, I think that we
Oh,
really
yeah,
need
yeah.
to address what's the opposite of an elephant in the room? You know?
I would
Like something
say,
good. The good version of an elephant in the room.
I guess we got to talk about the condom in my pocket.
But that's not even
That's also
totally.
an elephant in the room, I guess.
the
No.
the blowjob on the horizon.
The money in the bank
There you go. The money in the bank. We got to talk about the $2
blowjob.
million.
on the horizon. Horizon.
On the, hey man, it's not often that you know there's a blowjob a coming. You know. And when I say blowjob, I mean doing the thing to whatever you got. You know what I mean? I think we whether it's because what do you call going down on someone who's got a thing to go down on? It's not blowjobbing, but we should just call it all blowjobbing. You know?
Well, you're not blowing on anything, really.
Totally. Well, maybe you're not.
And honestly, when you're going down on a lady, it looks more like you're trying to blow up. You're not. It doesn't really look like you're trying to inflate a penis.
That's true. It does look like you're trying to inflate a woman, though. That's a good point. And it's similarly taxing to blowing up an air mattress.
It always takes a little longer than you thought.
Yeah, totally. The air mattress seems to be 95% full for 10 minutes. know my mouth could get tired. I got a tired mouth down here blowjobbing.
Blowjobbing. Why couldn't that be the title of our podcast?
Isn't it
Yeah, we
funny?
get
Like
some
it's
clicks.
blowing. It's a blowjob, and then it's eating pussy. Whereas it really looks like you're blowing a pussy and you're eating the dick. It looks like you're trying really hard to eat the dick. Actually,
This is that's another good dirty Seinfeld book.
why is it? Yeah,
It looks
that's
like you're blowing up the pussy.
and it takes so long. Always takes longer than you ever thought it could. Oh man. Which finger do you guys use? I'll tell you which finger's my favorite. I'm a middle finger man. And I think it's mostly because I think it's the easiest angle for me to go for, but also I am fucking you and fuck you.
Can you imagine, like, actually, he, like, drops in at the cellar one night, and that's what he's working on. Like, how would you react? You'd be in the back.
Damn, I feel really good about that dirty Seinfeld bit too, man. I am fucking
think
you.
I would pass
and
out.
Fuck you. Yeah. Totally. I used to use the index finger, but what am I pointing at in there? I don't know anything about what's going on in there. I guess
Index.
I'm pointing into your uterus. I'm trying to reach back there, but I can't. Never been able to. But then again, my dick's kind of pointing too. So, you know what's interesting is that no one ever uses the thumb. And it seems like you would because whenever I'm down there, I'm so happy. It's always a thumbs up to having a middle finger in your pussy. 2 thumbs up, but I'm using a finger.
Just dirty Seinfeld's new catchphrase. I'm fucking you.
And fuck you. Dirty Seinfeld is. Oh, Dirty Seinfeld's great. Oh man.
Oh God. But I love the idea that he's got his notepad. Like he's just like, I'm gonna try this out. You know, drop it in.
Totally.
I want that so bad. Where he's just like, you know, I. And then after he's like, I felt like that went pretty good, but I think I'm gonna stay clean. You're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
good.
I'm sure he's had his moments of trying out dirty shit. It probably just didn't even get that dirty.
Oh, man, that's so funny.
Dirty
'Cause
Brian
you know
Regan
he-
too.
You always have a comedian brain, so it's like I'm sure he's had some bits in his head, right?
Yeah.
Like post-coital bits where he's like, oh man, that would kill, you know.
Right.
But-
Same with Brian Regan. I'll bet you Brian Regan, like every now and then, thinks of a sexual bit and we'll never know what they are, and that's too bad.
It really is. I want every dirty,
Yeah.
dirty Nate Bargatze would be fun. Don't come yet, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, yeah. What would Dirty Nate Bargatze? It would just be a really matter of fact story where the punchlines are just beats of the story. It would
Yeah.
just be him saying very matter of factly something that we all do, because that's what's amazing about his comedy is it's so genius. But then when you break it down, he's just like very matter of factly telling a story, you know. So it would be like, yeah, what would it? So. Yeah, we gonna start. So I'm fucking her, and she was like, I want you to put your dick inside me, and I was like, well, that's definitely how I'm gonna start. That's the beginning. I think we all know that's the beginning. Anybody who asks knows. At the start of the sex is when you put your dick into the pussy. So I put my dick into her pussy. You know, that's what I was gonna do anyway. And so I do that, and then and I was like, "What do you want me to do next? Do you want me to pull it out a little and then put it back in more? Pull it out a little? Would that be okay with you?" That's what I was gonna do. I just want to check in with you if that's what you wanted. And then she's like, she's like fucking me. She yells at me, "Fuck me," and I'm like, "Well, that's that's what I'm doing." Uh, I feel like that's pretty accurate about that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm. If you want me to do something else, you could tell me to do that, and I could take a crack at it. But I'm definitely going to keep doing the thing I'm already doing. Yeah.
Oh, it's too much. It's what's funny is that like there is old dirty Jay Leno jokes. Like people think of him as a clean comedian, but I've scoured the internet and I've found him, and it's
Really?
delightful. Oh my
Really?
God, he's got a great one about He goes, hey, they say that the male sexual prime is the female sexual prime is 30 and the male sexual prime is 18. And he's like, oh. He goes, some people say it's 16. He's like, oh, that's great. You got no car, no job, no money, no thoughts in your head, but you got a great dick.
Wow. That
And
is
he's
so
like-
weird.
He's like, what a trick from God. Let's give the best dicks to the kids. And he's like, what do you mean by prime? Is it prime like he's like, I remember being 16. It wasn't a prime. He's like, and he does an act out of like calling a girl on the phone. And he comes when she agrees to the date. He's like, that's not the prime. I'm coming 3 days before we have sex.
Wow.
It's like he has some great old dirty stuff, but he just never put it out.
I want to try Dirty Brian Regan again, but I always need a moment to remember. How does he talk? He talks like this.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's how it. Yeah, Dirty Brian Regan. It's always about words and what they mean with him. Like, I feel like I'm a type of guy who can get out there and masturbate, but I'm never gonna be jerking off. Masturbate. It's clinical. It's happened. I'm doing it to my dick. I put my hand on my dick. I masturbate. I'm done masturbating. But I'm never gonna jerk off. I'm pulling. It's coming off. I'm jerking off. Honey, I want to watch you jerk off. Like, well, you better back up. You better back up a couple feet.
This is way Dirty Regan is way kinkier.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he's so
His
act out.
wife is demanding.
I want to watch you jerk off. Back up a couple feet. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone else in the house. Make sure you get on the other side of the room. If I'm jerking off, I'm going to jerk off.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
That's so perfect. That's perfect.
Well, anyway.
What's it called?
All right. We are different out of nowhere. Wow. 5 seconds ago we were other people, and now we're brand new people, y'all.
That's so true.
Man, if you've been following the trials and tribulations of the What's It Called team, you know that in the past month we've been having technical difficulties, which is, I think, the biggest problem for us with having technical difficulties is how stupid we are. I think that if you have technical difficulties and you know what you're doing, then it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And they kind of get figured out. But we're very stupid, you know? So they just persisted. They did not cease being difficult. These difficulties.
Well, I don't even know. Like, we had an echo for a while, and I was like, I don't get it. But when you think about it, I don't get regular. I don't get the first noise. I don't understand what an echo even is. You know?
Yeah, like I'm talking into this thing, and it makes my voice louder, and then it goes into a file. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, totally. I don't
can't
know
even
how.
believe cameras.
Yeah.
Like, how? How does it know? You know?
Yep.
How does a camera know?
Yes. I mean, how does anything know? You know? How
Like
does a
the light
lock-
bounces from the sun off my face into your camera.
my key to my apartment is the same shape as the hole, and I put the special shape in the special hole shape, and then the two were like, "Oh, I know you," and then they let me into my.
What's up, buddy?
Wait, oh, hey, wow, this is perfect. Man, I've been waiting for you all day, dude. All these other keys are not a shape that makes me feel good about my whole shape. Tell you what.
You ever use a key you know isn't the right one just to see,
Yes.
and
Just
you're always like, oh yeah, it doesn't
it
work.
doesn't work. Yeah. Well, and
I don't
thank
know why I
God.
do that. Yeah,
Keys
thank
were
God.
invented like 40,000 years ago, you know? And we're still like, I do feel like, how crazy is it that it took thousands and thousands of years of keys existing for us to do a new thing, like a Ring camera, basically, or like a face? It should be a thumbprint. It should be totally updated, or it should be at least different. Like you fist bump the doorknob, you know? That'd be kind of fun. And it knows your fist. I'll also say this: why has it got to be a fingertip? Why can't it be knuckles? And that way, all of our ID, everything about our that was ID
Yeah.
for us would be a fist bump. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I don't. There's no way it's just fingerprints are unique. No one else has my knuckles.
You're
Right?
damn right. No one has your knuckles.
Nobody.
Why can't I fist bump my iPhone to use Apple Pay?
Everything should be iPhone. I think. Like, I get so frustrated. Like, even more frustrated the technical difficulties. Every fucking hotel in the whole world has a key that doesn't work. I don't know when it started, but I've maybe stayed at one hotel or two hotels that have old keys, and you know what those all do is work.
They're great.
They all work. It's a metal key, and it goes in there,
and it's attached to a plastic parallelogram for some reason. It's always. I don't know where they get those trapezoids that
I haven't heard the word parallelogram. So
well, yeah, I teach geometry. I haven't told a lot of people that, but yeah, it's just a plastic dodecahedron on a
yeah.
It's always it's just a shape.
But and then I see how they do them, and you go, of course it doesn't work, because every time I have to go make it work again. It stopped working, and they'll go, did you put it? And then I go, didn't put it next to my phone. I have my own pocket for the shitty keys y'all give us. And I was like, it wasn't next to a magnet. It wasn't next to shit. It doesn't work. It sucks.
Here's my favorite thing that happens at those hotels with keys. Sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
You'll be like, can I get a late checkout? And they'll be like, absolutely. Noon? How's 1 p.m.? And you're like, oh my God, the later the better. And they're so kind to you. And then they immediately shut your key off. They're like, this asshole wanted to stay here a little later. Well, when he gets up to get coffee, he's going to have a real adventure getting back into his fucking room.
Yeah.
The person I love, it's so funny about hotel. Half the hotels I stay at, the night person never writes anything down. You can, and you know what? I like, honestly, kind of support that choice cosmically. Like, it sucks for me in the moment, but if you think about someone working the night window at a Best Western in Iowa City, can I get a late checkout? Yeah, man, whatever you want, dude. I got you. What else do you want? You want some hot cocoa? You can have. I'll bring hot cocoa to your door at 8:30 a.m. I'll do anything you want. And I think that guy just doesn't tell the morning person because he hates his job.
Of course.
Yeah.
But why does this job suck so much? Like, I've had jobs.
That's a good point.
Who's in charge of this guy?
Right.
Like it must be the easiest job on earth to manage a hotel. We're like, hey, do you want to work the night? Hey, look, I don't want to work the night shift. No. Let me finish. You don't have to do anything. If someone asks for a late checkout, don't write it down. Okay. Do I have to sit like where at the desk? No. You can go in the back for the whole day, the whole night. Yeah. Is there going to be a bell that someone can ring to summon me? No. Fuck that bell. You don't have to do shit.
Every now and then someone's going to come in, and we do need you to help them, but you don't have to help them at any specific time. So if someone comes in to check in at say 2:30 a.m. And you're in the back watching a movie, just finish the movie. Just finish the movie and let them stay standing there for a long time until they're honestly, because where are they going to go? You know, we already got their money. So just sort of wander around and, eat snacks. Dude, the amount of times I've gone to check into a hotel late, it's always late. It's always when there's no one there. And yeah, like it's tough to complain because whatever, it's like a Motel 6 in the middle of nowhere. But they come out and they're like, you have a reservation? It's like, yeah, I have a reservation. I'm the only person staying here. What do you think I'm fucking doing? It's raining. I've been waiting here for an hour for you to let me into my room that smells like mildew. I'm going to get in there and it's either going to be 75 degrees or 65 degrees. I paid you for this terrible place for me to dry my pants. That's why I'm here. So I can lay down on a bed that makes my back feel bad and hang my fucking pants that are wet from rain over the shower. I'm not going to shower in your terrible tub. Sometimes you stay at a Motel 6 and the floor is tile. And it's like, do they think this is at the beach? Jesse Case has a great joke about how he stays in a lot of Motel 6s.
Yeah.
And he's like, my favorite thing about a Motel 6 is like the reason I stay there is that it's cheap and it's nothing. And you get in there, the floor is tile, it's absolutely gross, and you're like, great, I have a home for the night. And then while you're putting your stuff away, you see that they have a safe. I love the guy that's like, okay, I'm not going to spare any expense in this Motel 6. Now, where am I going to put my $2 million? Well, oh, man.
Where am I gonna?
I'm ad-libbing his bit, but man, I miss that guy.
It's so funny. That's so funny.
Everybody follow Jesse Case on Twitter. He's so funny.
I stay at a lot of them too, and some of them I've noticed this has happened several times, where the bathroom door just is not the size of the hole the door. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like the door is bigger than the hole for the door, so it just can't shut. It's not possible for it to shut.
Totally.
You're just like, how? It never occurred to me. I just thought doors shut. But I'm like, you built the door frame smaller than the door.
I love what they prioritize. Like they make sure, like, yeah, like the door won't fit the door hole. And you'll see just like fucking rips in the wallpaper and shit. But then if you look down at the toilet paper roll in the wall, it's like folded in a little nice like triangle. You're like, you didn't have to do that. I don't give a fuck. I'm at a Motel 6, dude. I paid you $50. $50 to stay in a town that barely exists. That's my favorite thing about Motel 6s too, is that like, because I actually don't Motel 6s I don't do anymore. I don't know if we've talked about this, but I spent a long time traveling on the road, staying on couches and like anyone's place I could crash at, or if I wanted to like have my own place for the night, a Motel 6 or some like really cheap econo lodge, sleep in places like that. And the thing is that I just got to be done with it because over time, half of Motel 6s are, and I don't need a lot. I don't need anything special. Half of them are just fine, regular, whatever. I don't need anything at all. But then the other half of Motel 6s are like terrifying. And they're just scary. Like one time I was staying at a Motel 6 outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I had gotten a late checkout. And at like 11:30 a.m., someone started pounding on my door so fucking loud. And when I opened the door, there was this like Motel 6 manager who was wearing like a tucked in Motel 6 polo shirt, this like stocky, like chubby dude with this like scowl on his face. And he was scared. He was super scared. And he was like flexing his arms. And he was like, excuse me, sir, I think you're aware the checkout for the hotel is 11 a.m. And I was like, well, I called and got a late checkout. And he goes, I do not have a record of that. And I was like, okay, all right, man, can I have a late checkout, please? And he goes, when do you need? And I was like, noon. And he was like, that's fine. And he walked away. And after it, I was like, okay, so this guy has had to fight people who stay at this hotel before. Like, that's why he was behaving that way. He was like, he thought I was going to fucking attack him. And if you were hanging out in the Motel 6 at 2 a.m., you would know why I thought that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I now like, there's like a tier above that, like a Best Western kind of thing I got to do, you know, La Quinta state. It costs like $30 more, but that never
To not have
happens.
to fight.
To not
the
be
person.
afraid. It's like,
Isn't that so funny? In America, there's a $30 like cover charge to not be afraid. That's really true.
it's true.
It goes for restaurants too. For $30
Yeah.
more, you can eat without fear.
You know what's funny too is that even a Motel 6 is a tier above this other like local non-chain, really dirty, no oversight place. And so like if you really want to save money on hotels, you can be really, really, really afraid. I once stayed at the Inn of Knoxville, and I stayed there because some friends were like driving through and they like didn't really get it as far as hotels. They didn't get what 1 star means. So they got us all rooms at this 1-star hotel. And when I was checking in, the guy behind the counter was taking our info, and he was like, yeah, man, all right, you're gonna see my mom running around. She's like cleaning the room still. It was like 1 a.m. It's her birthday, you know, but say hi to her, say happy birthday. And I was like, it's her birthday and she's working right now. And he goes, come on, man, look at this place. And then outside our rooms, I was smoking a cigarette, and the guy came up to me and he was like, I just want y'all to know that I got your back tonight, but watch out. And I was like, what do you mean, dude? This huge, like 6'8", long hair, like ripped white dude looked like the Undertaker. It was like, I got you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he pointed at a guy in the stairwell who was staring at us. Yeah. So anyway,
Oh boy.
it goes really, really, really afraid, Best Western.
That's the best commercial they could ever have.
Oh man.
It is good to have like one of those, whatever it is, where no one can just knock on your door, you know?
Yeah.
Like having that exposed door, and it's not a thick door, you know?
Yes.
Like
you're talking about to the elements, just like outside.
yeah,
anyone can just walk up. I know. Give me an
Anyone.
indoor. You just need to be able to walk through the lobby. That's really what. Or there's a gate that disallows you from coming to the outside. Man.
Yeah, elevator. I like a nice elevator.
Yes.
That not anyone can come up.
You got to scan your card.
Feels good.
But nowadays, so like there's like those Motel 6s end up in a type of city that's really unique. Like it's never in Tulsa. It's in like West Tulsa.
You know? Oh yeah, every city has an unrecognized east or west
Totally
to it, with a horrible hotel. Man, I stayed at one where was I can't remember the city. It was like a town in Colorado that wasn't Denver. Like it was like
Sterling.
Yeah, some name I've never heard before.
Grand Junction. Yeah.
And so I check in, and I don't know how I missed this, because it wasn't a chain. It was like one of those, like we're talking about, like a local thing. And I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. You know, it's like $65. Okay.
Right.
Great. So I check into my room, and I notice there's not a toilet.
Wow. What?
There's not a bathroom in it. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, it's like, is this a dream?
In my head, I'm like
am I? And I guess I didn't do. I just assumed that hotel rooms needed to have. They all had that, because I was like, well, Motel 6 has that. It never occurred to me. And I go down to the front desk, and I was like, hey, Where where's the bathroom? And it's like there's one bathroom per floor.
Holy shit, dude.
I couldn't believe it.
That's
I gotta
crazy. Like
go.
at the gym.
Yeah.
That's
And I was
insane.
just like, and it was like 2 in the morning. I was just like, oh God, like why?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh my God, dude.
What are we doing here? Yeah, it's like I there's something about I would almost rather pee into a jug and pour it. I don't want
Yes.
to go down the hall every time.
Dude, yeah, I mean, is there a communal shower? I'm not using that at a hotel. No way. I've used a communal shower before at a gym. I'm not insane. But
Oh
like
yeah.
I don't bring like shower sandals on the road. You know what I mean?
Right,
I
right.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stand in whatever the fuck those guys are doing. I would literally rather eat out of the trash. I would I would rather go to the bathroom, come back to my room, reach into the trash can, and eat whatever I put in there. Be it a soup can or an old apple or whatever. I'm going to change the subject, Caleb, because we got something really, really cool to talk about and to thank someone for. So
Oh hell yeah.
twice
Hell
now
yeah,
in the
dude.
past month, we have a fan that I shouldn't even call a fan. At this point, we're just friends, dude. They go by Space Bimbo, at Dumb Space Bimbo, and at Underwater Space Bimbo on our Discord and on Twitter. They chime in and like help us rename stuff on Twitter a lot, and she's just the best. Her name is Stephanie. She sent us those To the Stars production company Tom DeLonge hats. And then at
Hell
the
yeah.
exact same time, this thing got lost in the mail, and I didn't get it till now. We had been riffing, making fun of those like super liberal lawn signs that are just like signaling that you're a good person.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm good. In this house, we believe I'm great and I'm good and we're good and we think good stuff and I'm good. And you know what I mean? Like, what do they actually say? They're like, we believe that no one's illegal.
No one's
and-
illegal. Love is love. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Climate change is real. It's like it's just
all the
it's
liberal
all of,
stuff. Yeah.
It's all of them. And the reason I think it's because there's everybody thinks that everybody's the same. It's like there's a lot of people that believe in 9 out of 10,
right.
but you're like narrowing
Totally.
it down. It's like so many.
And look, I suppose there's probably still parts of America. Actually, there are.
Right.
But I never see these signs in the parts of America where it's still brave to say that shit. You see it on a lawn in Silver Lake. And
Right,
it's
right.
like, and when I see that, I'm like, oh, well, that person's racist. That person's covering. You're in, dude,
Right.
what are you
Like
doing?
having a big
Like-
sign that says, I don't cheat on my wife in this house.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
that guy cheats on his wife
Yeah, totally.
in that house.
So we were making fun of those signs and laughing about it. And Space Bimbo made the sign and sent it to us.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it if you're watching on the YouTube. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But it says, in this house, we believe cops fucking rule, women are dumb, everyone's illegal, science is fake, love is gay, and I'm a bitch. And I love it so much because it is like, these are things, God, we've lived in a place where people just got hurt and offended by this stuff. And obviously there are ways in which I get it totally. But also fucking around is fucking around. And I think my favorite thing about it is that person that gets offended on the liberal side isn't allowed to. Because once you reach love is gay and I'm a bitch, this is the most fun we've ever had. And also, the conservative who gets mad at this because cops fucking rule and I'm a bitch can suck on my dick and balls. Everyone who would ever get mad at this is a goddamn moron. And I think we're going to sell these. So Spaceman will also added at the end, what's it called is better than Steph Tolev, which is an inside joke that
Right. Also not true. It's also not true.
Not true at all. And I love
Women
it
aren't
so
dumb.
much. We were talking about it though. Space Bimbo, we're totally going to reach out to you about maybe making more of these, but we're going to cut that off at the end because there's no way that Steph would not beat us up. We would get
Steph-
beat downs.
Steph fights really well, and she's a really good fighter.
Holy shit, Stephanie, this is so incredible.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun.
In this
I
house,
can't
we
believe
believe
it.
cops fucking rule, women are dumb, everyone's illegal, science is fake, love is gay, and I'm a bitch. Hell fucking yeah, dude.
It's so
I-
funny too, because it's like that is what it's implied. Like the super liberal sign is implying that this sign exists.
yes, exactly.
That
Well, actually, in my house, yeah,
in my house.
I'm
Yeah,
dude. I also just really love. You know what else we should separately make a lawn sign that only says "I'm a bitch," and it says like, it looks like it's gonna be like so and so for Congress. It has like an America campaign logo, but it only says "I'm a bitch." I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch 2024.
That's such a good gift.
That's
You
so
send it to
funny.
all your friends.
Just
they
all your
open it
friends,
up.
all your family, just everyone, just dunk on everyone in your whole life, especially if you feel how we feel about politics, which is that everyone is stupid and all politicians should die. Well, interesting. Where's my platform? When's a party that lines up with my ideals going to show up? Just like, all right. Who's my president? The guy who thinks he himself should be dead. That's my guy. I don't want women to be president because I don't want women to die. That's what I. You know what would be
I
a
don't want
similarly
women
funny
to
sign
die.
would be a campaign lawn sign that says "You're a bitch." You put both in your yard.
I picture the Uncle Sam pointing.
You're a bitch. And then the "I'm a bitch" is Rosie the Riveter, like pointing a thumb at herself.
Oh, man.
fuck, dude.
We got some good merch. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude. I think we're. You're a bitch. You are a bitch. I want you to stop being a bitch.
So good.
Oh God, that's funny.
That's very funny.
Or it just says,
right.
"Yeah, dude, I'm a bitch," and there's just the Coca-Cola logo. Halliburton, I'm a bitch. What's going on? What is this sign?
We really need to get into signs and more signs, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be the most important election of our life again. It's been like
You know that
did they always say that? Every time I've ever voted, it's been the most important one.
I know. Totally.
It's so funny. In a
Well,
generation.
Everything
fuck?
everyone says with regard to the election, who's in the election, is all a lie to a degree, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to be me. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, right? Like, how many times?
Yeah.
I'm now old enough. You're old enough. Most of us probably listening right now are probably old enough to have heard. So the amount of times I've heard someone running in the Democratic primary be like, "There's no way we're going to let them take abortion away from us." And it's like, you didn't even try one time. You just said that. No one even tried.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make it burnt. We're gonna make it a law. And it's like, I don't need you to even totally do it. I just need you to bring it up once. If you say it, just bring it up one time, and I'll be like, wow, I believe this person now.
Yeah.
But nope.
It's so funny because it's like I always think of it like a bar. You go into a bar, you go, I'd like a beer, and then someone hands you a beer.
Mhm.
And the Democrats were like, what if we just don't?
Right.
And you're like, oh, can I have a beer? And they go, yeah. And then they just don't. And you're
And
like,
they just
are you gonna
stare
go?
at you.
Are you gonna hand it to me? Yes.
My favorite thing that
Okay.
the Democrats do is that not only do they say they're going to give you a beer, every now and then they grab your beer and they just hand it to the Republicans. It's like, I hate you people.
This is the most important election. Yeah, I know. Can I have my beer? I want the beer I was promised. No. Just tell me,
dude.
don't.
Right, just don't
Hand it.
say it. Just say we don't have any beer, which is actually what's happening. The answer to every question about the United States is we don't have that. We don't have that. We can't do that. We can't do that. We don't have any money. The writer's strike is funny in that way. It's sort of like, it's just this weird, like, writers are literally like, you have to pay us for our work. And they're like, well, here's the problem. We don't make any money from our company. And the TV shows that we have you writing on are a gamble. So
right.
we don't want to pay you because we're actively destroying everyone's life who's involved in this organization. So if we pay you, then then it'll be more fake money.
Right.
And the writer's like, yeah, all right. How do you argue with that? Someone who's like, yeah, we're lying and fuck you. And you're like, oh okay. It's all so psychotic, dude.
We're lying and fuck you.
And you're like, oh shit.
I think we got another yard sign. We're lying.
We're lying and fuck you. And it's the same Uncle Sam guy. Yeah, dude. Double guns. We're lying and fuck you, dude. I will say,
dude.
at least strikes used to be that the guy was like, I don't want to pay you more. And they were like, pay us more. And they're like, all right, we'll pay you. We'll pay you a little bit more instead of the a lot more you wanted. And now the writers are like, pay us at all. And they're like, but we made everything up.
Yeah, this is a pretend company.
God.
It's like you go to the king's castle to perform a play for him, and you're like, I'd like to be paid more. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're putting on a play in the palace. It's not
right.
I know a lot of people watched it, but it is nuts that they're like, oh, our business model is to lose money.
Dude.
It's like, how?
Yeah, I know. It's funny, like I hated those people that run those big companies, and now like the writer strike has forced me to think about it more, and I'm like, what, like the degree to which I hate them is absolutely unbelievable. Like if I met an exec at Netflix, I would see red. I might pass out. You're like I'd be like, do you have horns? Like
it is
how are you?
Like everything's that who's that guy that had made another fake company? It was Sam Bankman-Fried. Bankman-Fried.
No, I don't know.
He had that fake company. It was like a crypto thing. You know, like everything in the past year, I'm like, oh, everything's crypto. Nothing's real.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's crypto streaming. That's totally what it is.
Yeah, where they're like, oh, we grow. It's like, do you make money? No, not at all.
No.
But we are expanding, and it's just like,
yeah, that's right.
And how many times does it have to happen where they're like fake money, fake bank, fake company? It's just like, it's remember when they had bad Santa, then they had bad teacher, then they had bad grandpa, then it's just like,
yeah,
it's just this knockoff. So there's got to be a fake version of everything.
Yeah.
And everybody gets fooled.
Right.
Fake houses.
I'm so confused. I don't understand how. I guess no one does, but like it doesn't. You know, I don't even know how to talk about it because I don't even understand what's happening. So you started a company and it wasn't profitable, and you made money, What the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean?
Yeah, where'd your money come from?
Yeah. Why don't you give me some of that money?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, the writers have a point because they're like, someone's making money in the fake company, and it isn't us.
The writers have the biggest point. They're doing a job. They should get paid.
Right.
They should have, like, it's not hard. It's just that the argument is so crazy.
Right.
It's also crazy to be Netflix and shit and just be openly like, but we don't make any money. And it's like, but well, then it's just gaslighting at this like nuclear level where you're like, but why do I have a job then? And they're like, exactly. And it's like, no, that's not.
What do you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is very
I do think that the resolution of this is that the bottom is going to drop out of the market and there's like not going to be as much TV and shit. And that's
well, there doesn't need to be. There
right, exactly.
There doesn't need to be this much. Like if you look at the amount of time in a day and the amount of people on Earth and the amount of shows, it's absurd. And it's like we have more good TV than ever, and we have more bad TV than ever, and we have more. It's crazy. How many? I don't understand the and it hasn't occurred to Netflix even that, like, if I was one of the writers, I'd be like, man, make sure to put in that it needs to be good. Like Netflix will make 35 original movies a month, and they all are shit.
Totally.
And it's like, what the fuck?
And they do like cut costs in weird places. You can tell, like, they got one gaffer, they got one lighting guy, and he fucking, man, he's been a gaffer since the fucking 40s. Because every Netflix movie, they get these like big time directors, and then they all look the same. You know what I mean? It's like the Michael Bay movie that Netflix made. What's it called? It's such a joke about a Michael Bay movie. You know, it's called like Tower of Guns or something like that. You know, like
Tower of Guns.
Yeah, to fight the light.
Or they'll just make a movie that has no qualities, where like it's not bad, there's not a single scene. When it's over, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember who was in it. It just like washes over me, and I was like, what was that?
Yeah, totally. The desert sand.
Yeah,
and
it was like,
and it's like Katie Holmes.
Tomorrow Time. The big
Katie Holmes falls in love with Morgan Freeman, and they like stare at each other for 2.5 hours. And then it's like directed by the Coen brothers, and you're like, what?
Whoa! Wow. Okay. Man, you remember that movie where it's The Rock and Wonder Woman and Ryan Reynolds?
Oh my god! What is that movie called?
It's called like Action Time.
Yeah, Fast Running.
Yeah. Red Gun.
Yeah, the money's in the basement. Red, I think it is maybe just called Red.
Red. Poster.
It's the sequel to Dog. Oh, man. Dog 2, Dog Bowl. And they're just like shooting a dog bowl with guns. Oh, man. Dude, totally. I saw that movie, and I forget.
There's not one thing that happens in that movie.
I know. Totally.
I wonder if Netflix could put out a movie that literally wasn't a movie. It's just the three of them looking into the camera for an hour. And like people would notice, would they really? Or would they not notice?
Yeah, I wonder too how many actually get watched. Netflix just is like, okay, we're gonna put it in the number one movie in America slot for Netflix today. And then we'll like pay 15 people to write reviews of it, and then people will just think it's a real movie. I wonder, like, is it really the number one movie in America?
Yeah.
The thing it's telling me.
I always thought that was a weird selling point. Even before streaming, like when you'd see a trailer and they would go, the number one movie.
Yeah. Like,
okay. Like, what happens in it? It's number one.
It's number one. It's
Like,
the
what?
best. This
What
movie
a-
rules.
Yeah. It's like, but yeah, you're saying that. Why would that? Of
Right.
course, you think you're the trailer.
Yeah, the number
You're,
one
you're
by
the
what?
commercial for the movie.
What's the measurement? What makes it number one? The amount of you talk to everybody.
Number one.
More people think this movie's good than any people think any other movie's good. Dude, there's a fast food place in LA called Rick's. Do you know Rick's?
I don't know, Rick's.
It's not that far from where you live. It's in Silver Lake, in the where Glendale Boulevard hits Rowena, where there's a Whole Foods that it used to be a Ralph's, and you like keep going down the street, and you can like turn onto the 5 freeway there, and then like drive into Atwater Village. Right there, across the street from the Arco gas station, there's a fast food place called Rick's. And for literally the entire time I lived in that area, which is like 15 years, until right before the pandemic, there's a big marquee sign. It says Rick's, and it's like Rick's, and there's 2 palm trees on either side of that's the logo. 2 palm trees. It says Rick's, and the marquee, all it said was voted best food. That's it.
Best food.
And I was like, what? Where? And good for you, Rick's, for saying something that fucking stupid.
We are the best food.
It's the best food in LA. No. The best food in 2015. Nope. All time. The whole world. Rick's has the best food.
And who like it's voted? It's like I don't
Voted.
remember hearing about this.
Who? Yeah, where did people vote? Rick voted. Rick voted Rick's
We could
best
just
food.
say we have the number 1 podcast. It's like
Yeah,
we don't have
and
to say what the list is.
The thing is that we're correct. That's the problem. Matter of fact, we should do an ad real quick. We'll be right
That's
back.
right.
What's it called?
3, 2, 1. Welcome to What's It Called, everybody.
Hey, get ready to lay down, you piece
Get
of
ready
shit.
to lay down. Remember, no matter what you got between your legs, everybody has a dick hole. You don't have to have a dick to have a dick hole here on What's It Called. So make sure to pick one of your holes and put the tip of your finger on it for just a moment.
Have
No-
a dick hole.
Yeah, dude. It's a
You don't
non-sexual
have to
hole
be
tap.
rude.
Pick a hole and tip on it, okay? We're tipping on our dick hole here at What's It Called. Face down, ass up, laying down. You're all Richard Karn. Let's go.
We're the Potato Boys. How you doing? We're gonna rename whatever we want.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
love you.
We're renaming the Fast and Furious movies
Hell
today.
yeah, dude.
But real quick before that, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/what's it called. Our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo for links to all our socials and all that shit, to our web store, to buy hats and stuff like that. And I am not touring so much right now, but I do have a few things. I will be at the DC Improv in the Lounge the weekend of July 20th. It just got moved. I don't know if I said that already. The weekend of July
Oh.
20th. And other than that, I have some stuff booked in October that I'll tell you all about later. I had to move my Pittsburgh Morgantown weekend, and that'll, I think, end up being in the winter. But yeah, and Caleb, I know, has a bunch of dates coming up.
Okay. So usually, your listeners know that most of the time I just do comedy clubs on the weekend and shit. And I still am, but I'm doing a thing this summer in June and July that I haven't done in years and years, and I'm doing a bunch of different one-nighters in different towns in the South, and I really need you to come to these. If you have because if you don't come, I'll make no money. So these are all door deals, and I just want to. I hope this works. I haven't done it in forever. So yeah, if you don't come, I will starve. So the first one is in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm doing Club 337. That's June 16th. And June 17th, I'm doing the Alabama Music Box in Mobile, Alabama. And on June 22nd, I'm doing Saturn Birmingham in Birmingham, Alabama. Doing the Saturn. That's June
West Van
22nd.
Horn.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
And
man.
so June 23rd, I'm doing the Whiskey Exchange in Atlanta.
Great.
And I'm doing in Tuscaloosa, June 24th. I'm doing Black Warrior Brewing. And June 29th, no, June 25th, I'm doing OB's Bar in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I'm doing the Riot Comedy Club. I'm doing a one-nighter there, June 29th in Houston. So those are all the ones in June. I really need you to come out to these and bring everyone you know. And I'm doing the Attic Lounge this is in July. I'm doing Columbia. July 23rd, I'm doing the Attic Lounge in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm doing Charleston Dreamers in Charleston, July 24th. JJ's Bohemia in Chattanooga, July 26th. And then the Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol, Tennessee, July 28th and 29th. So,
And remember, no matter what, none of you go to any of that.
Okay, that's true. That's true. But please
But no,
come
that's
and bring your
great.
friends. I really need some. I need you to
That's
come
so
out.
fun, dude. That's like an old school. I used to do runs like that. And
Yeah.
I've been thinking lately, maybe I'll like get back into that, doing like a run of single city shows. I always preferred that anyway. The problem is that it's like scary because it's all totally on you. And that's why
Right,
Caleb is like, got to get people out, come to the shows, tell your friends, because, I don't know. We've talked about it off mic a bunch lately. Getting your own room and filling it up with your own people, even if they didn't know you before, they just found out about this show and then they looked you up and they specifically are there to see you, even if they just have half a day's worth of context. Those shows are better and more fun and you make more money. And it's just like, it's the best when that shit works out. So that's what I might be doing more of that more soon too.
I'm really hoping it does work because, I don't know, like I haven't done it in forever. And when I used to do it, I would take Megabus.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even get a hotel. I would just sleep on the bus. And
can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
So you're renting a car and you're staying in hotels, right?
Yeah.
Good.
And I hope people come. I hope people
they will,
come.
man. They will. And all y'all listening, get out to those shows and bring your friends. And like, also, if you know friends in other cities, please tell them. This is true. Like, on this podcast, we ask you to like share stuff and tell your friends about it. And I'm asking that with touring too, because the reality is there are a ton of comedians now. Social media is like a lot of the ball game. And there are some people that are so good at that, that they just like get a ton of people out without being as good as Caleb, quite frankly. And and not all of them, of course.
Right.
But it's like our job now to get the word out about the shit we like, and it works. And if you help get the word out about Caleb, everyone that you tell will love the fucking show.
And bring your uncle and your dad and your whatever. But if you literally are in half of the like, I'm gonna be everywhere in the South in the next 2 months. So Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida.
And the more we all share each
Alabama.
other's shit and get our friends out to even like the cities that we don't live in, the more that person will like retain that audience and be able to do this again next time. And the bigger the stuff we all like will get, truly.
Right.
That's why I'm always sharing my friends' clips and shit. It's just like what I like. Right. I know you do. You just can't find it because it's like this crazy ocean of content right now. So yeah.
I always hate it too because like my friend, like people who aren't in, they're always like 8 years behind. Like they'll be like, "Have you?" Like whenever I go home for Christmas, "Hey, Caleb, have you heard of Sam Morril?" "Yes, I told you to look him up."
Yeah,
dipshit. I told you about it 10 years ago.
Have I heard of Sam Morril? You follow me on Instagram, and I post his clips twice a month. Yes, I've heard of him. You found the clip from me. Totally. But
I
it
told
also
you 10
just
years
does
ago,
take
and you
forever.
said I only like Dave Chappelle. Like you just, I don't know. So come see me now before it's annoying to like me. You know. Because one day it'll be
speaking
annoying.
of all this, we have a couple new patrons this week.
Hell yeah!
Everyone who joins, we have all sorts of levels. It's very affordable because I know that we are all broke.
Yeah.
and everybody gets a shout out. Shout out to Jenny Copeland. Welcome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Welcome to the What's It Called Patreon. And shout out to Isaac Surgalski. I think it's Surgalski. Surgalski. Isaac Surgalski. Welcome to the Patreon. Shout out to you both. Thanks so much.
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks for joining.
Supporting us.
Yeah, get some bonus episodes.
Yeah.
Get honestly, the Patreon episodes are better than these ones, These ones suck.
Yeah, this sucks.
It's one of those days, man.
Yeah, dude. Feeling like a freight train. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, what the hell? Was this gonna play?
No.
Oh, I tried to play an air horn and then I was stopped. Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. That's how What's It Called is itself. Hell yeah, dude. Wait, real quick. Our technical difficulties have stopped us from doing the business of this podcast.
Man, we got so much business.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
He's got a little stubble.
Woo!
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
And we don't have time to explain why or why not. We got to move on. We got shit to do here.
We got so much to do.
Time to get a clip.
You know how every single person who isn't me is fucking trash and they should die?
Yes.
Yeah. Vote for me. Cool, tall, white guy.
Time to get a clip.
All right.
Here we go News about the moon.
Look, we don't have a lot of time to do moon news this week because we're trying to catch up on everything, but the moon is still fucking there, all right? We're going back soon.
Here we go again.
It is there.
News about the moon.
All right, we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. You want to rename Fast and Furious, dude?
Hell yeah. It needs a new name, man.
It really does. I've got names. I'm excited. You excited,
yeah.
buddy?
Yeah, man. I got a name for the Fast and Furious. You want to hear it?
Yep.
All right, I got a few. You want to go back and forth? I
Let's
got
do
a few. Hell yeah. I got the big dumb bald man from nowhere.
Well, that's our show. Oh, man, that's great. That is so funny. All right, here's one. The Dumb and the Restless.
Butts, cars, family, and a dead guy.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay. The Cars and the Boys.
Quick and mad.
The Chubby and the Tubby.
Horny and quick.
The Dick and the Balls.
Move, bitch. I love my family.
The No and the Thanks.
Help, America fucked my wife.
The Lady and the Tramp. Which is accurate, by the way.
All right, that's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay, here, I'm going to bang through the rest I got. The Lady and the Tramp. Because, look, you'll see there's a theme. It's called The Fast and the Furious, and I think that we could stick with that format. The Dumb and the Restless, the Cars and the Boys, the Chubby and the Tubby, the Dick and the Balls, the No and the Thanks, the Lady and the Tramp, the Gas in Your Ass, the Ball with the Ball, the Go to the Bathroom. Okay, and then I got 3 left. Racing Dudes. Zip, zip, zip. Here comes my Camaro. And none of us can vote.
Here Comes always gets me. There's always something about Here Comes as a title.
What was yours? Here Comes.
I don't know if I had a Here Comes, but
I
Here
did
Comes
not
always
have a
makes
Here-
me laugh. It's
I know.
always
I did say the Go to the Bathroom, and
to
that
go to the bathroom.
I think that when we renamed Taco Bell, one of my names was Here Comes the Bathroom.
Here Comes the bathroom. Yeah. Here Comes is such a funny way. It's
Holy
so
shit.
like to name your movie Here Comes Anything is funny to me.
Your fucking names this week were unreal, dude. So good. Holy shit. Oh man. And tell you what, I'm gonna be tipping on my hole all week with those names.
Hell yeah, dude. And y'all had some good names this week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Y'all been tweeting your little dicks off.
Yeah.
Let me
You
find
do.
it
You want
here.
to start it off? There's a 3-way tie for 10th
Yeah.
place.
Oh boy. At Demurist. So yeah, the prompt this on Twitter. Make sure to follow us at What's a Pod on Twitter to play along. I know Twitter sucks, but that's all we got.
Yeah.
So get an account just for this. This will be fun. So it was what if Fast and the Furious was like an Oscar bait movie, which is just it's fun to think about because it's the least Oscar bait.
Totally.
But yeah, so y'all got some killer ones. At Demurus, the family we make.
Great. Incredible. And all 3 of these that we tied for 10 are Demurus. He also said Brave Car, that's a solid pun.
Hell yeah. And at No Country for Slow Men.
Yeah, dude. Good shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. And then at number 9 this week, at Bohemian Rhapsody said Faster and Commander. Good shit.
At Loki Hates You said the unbearable tightness of drifting.
Dude, that might be my favorite one. That's so
really
funny.
good. It's so tight.
Yeah, dude. You guys really killed it this week. At Kickasatron had the Accelerant.
At Seth Mills, good car driving.
Dude, you're all crushing me. At Laundry Pants, white men can drive.
At Ancient Exile, driving Mr. Diesel.
dude, these are all incredible. At Sadie Quills, Gone with the Wind in 60 seconds.
At Dumb Space Bimbo, sir, where's my car?
Oh God, that's funny. And then number 1 this week, the Ricky shit at Dumb Space Bimbo as well said the Furious Case of Dominic Toretto. Oh God,
man.
dude!
What a week.
This is worth reminding. I know, like you might have a really good one and have not gotten it in the top 10 this week or some week, and it's just, dude, y'all are too good at it. Is the thing we can't pick
it's
everybody.
So fun. I want to. It's weird how the world works. I was at a wedding this past weekend, and we were grabbing a drink at the bar right before the ceremony. It was like a night wedding, and the first Fast and the Furious was on the TV at the bar, and I was like, "Oh shit,
cool!"
And it looked like they've been de-aged because they're all doing the same things. But you forget that was 20 years ago, and Vin Diesel looks so pretend walking around looking that young.
Oh yeah.
And there's a sex scene. The first one's so different than now. There's a sex scene with him and the main lady, Michelle Rodriguez. Is that her name? Which they don't fuck anymore. But in the first one, they were fucking, you know?
Weird.
And it's a weird sex scene. The first one, because he takes her bra off and motorboats her.
Oh my God, dude.
I'd never seen.
That's incredible.
Like, you're just like, whoa. No, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, just fucking 69 on camera. Good Lord.
Dude, in the history of violence, they 69. It doesn't fit. It's like such
weird.
Why is fucking Aragorn 69ing his wife?
Motorboating is especially funny. It's like because later Vin Diesel's hanging out with Paul Walker and it's like, "Did you guys hook up?" He's like, "Yeah, I honked her tit." Yeah, man.
Because it's not even in comedies they don't motorboat in the sex scene. Like, what are you doing?
Family. I haven't seen the movies, but I do know they're about family.
They really hit you over the head.
Yeah, we're family. Oh, y'all are the best. What a fun
We love you.
episode. We're back. We're done with our fucking technical
That's right.
difficulties.
It's a new day.
We figured it out. We're pretty sure. We are 50% sure.
I'm 50% sure about a lot of shit.
Yeah, same. I'm 50%
Yeah.
sure I'm who I am. Yeah, I could have been someone else yesterday, and I would just never know it. You know, think about that.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
We'll get into that more on the Patreon. That's why you got to join.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we really
Hell
get
yeah.
into it. That's where we get after it.
Let's get after
We're
it.
gonna get after it on the Patreon. But for now, it's the end of the episode. We will see you next week because we love you very much. You're the best fans anyone
hell
could
yeah.
ever ask for. Oh my God. And
What?
my fucking thing froze again.
Ah!
We are still having technical difficulties. I was trying
All
to play
right.
the actual first
Everything
line
sucks.
of exactly. It's just one of those days. You know, one of that song.
Yeah.
He sounds like his voice. He sounds sort of like Mike Tyson. It's just one of those days. And Limp Bizkit would absolutely be the band that Mike
Right.
Tyson played in. Well, it's just one of those days where the
Anyway.
soundboard doesn't work right at
Damn.
the end of the episode, and I
All
couldn't
right.
play him saying that. But just remember, Alex Jones's wife will suck his dick, and he'll.
Wait,
he
if this
said
is your
that.
first episode, that's got to make no sense.
Yeah, but he's on record telling you
Yeah.
that his wife sucks his dick.
Look it up.
Look it up; it's out there.
All right.
All right, y'all. We love you.
Peace.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it